Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the exciting sessions of Storms over Cerenar. This is the 37th session. Great to see everybody here. My name is Roar, and I have the pleasure of being your Dungeon Master for tonight. And with me, as always, I have this throng of glorious ding-dongs. Hello, ding-dongs.
Hello, Ding Dong.
Hello,
Ding dong.
Before they get a great chance to introduce themselves, I will just remind everybody here watching that Storms over Cerenar is a rowdy and sometimes dark role-playing campaign for adults. We try to tackle hard and uncomfortable subjects, but we do it in what we think is in a respectful and empathetic way. Needless to say, viewer discretion or audience discretion is advised. So, before we do the recap, because we have something special planned for you that wasn't sprung upon anyone recently, let's say hello to our beautiful ding-dongs. Alex, you're up. Hi. How's it going?
Hello, I'm well, thank you. I am indeed Alex. I play Steve, the pirate cook, and also Oust, the Hexblade Warlock, which will survive the campaign. Who knows? Which will be the forefront again. Who knows? Because apparently he seems to be more popular already. But yes, that's me. Hello, or what? If you want that way.
Oi. Perfect.
Got Warlock
Great
the
time.
old of course.
And next up in line is my friend and yours, man currently struggling with his thesis, Anton. Great to have you.
Yes, hello, and it is great to be here. I am Anton, and I play Torben, the grumpy dwarf, and most famously known as the apprentice of Steve, and I'm very excited to be back at it.
We'll have a bunch of viewers here who saw the second to last episode, but not last episode, and they will all be very confused. Among them, of course, is none other than our friend who just got his internet fixed. Jonas, great to have you, buddy.
You missed
Now in
Steve.
real time and not a few seconds behind.
What a
amazing
treat.
to be here. Not struggling with a thesis, but just struggling in general. I'm Jonas. I play Bjørn, the barbarian from the north. And I'm very excited about all this Steve stuff.
We're all very excited about the Steve stuff. Thank you very much, Jonas. It's great to have you back. We've missed you sorely the last two sessions. And of course, hot out of the lab, with his brain as large as someone who actually works with natural sciences, we have Leon. Great to have you, man.
Alright, hello, I'm Leon. Well, I used to be adventurer like you until I was kidnapped by the Face. So now I'm just a creepy old elephant doctor telling stories and making things. So
Great
I'm
way of-
playing Faust.
Great non-creepy way of saying that, Leon. I enjoyed that very much.
Well, I like to tell stories about...
All right, that's enough of that. And last but not least, man living very far away from the rest of us, and producer of Epic Boon from the frozen wastelands of Canada. Of course, I'm talking about the man with three first names, Tanner. Great to have you.
Roar just found out I have three first names instead of any last names. Apparently, yeah. Anyways, I play Nongle, your lovable little nomad who loves water parks. I can't wait for this opening. Oh, I love putting you on the spot there, Alex. Let's do this.
I agree. So, for today we have a special treat for our recap. As Alex learned a few minutes ago, that of course our recap today will be done by none other than the pirate from ship's chef, Steve, the founder of Fisticuff Society.
Right, fucking hell. Not only have I not had time to warm up my voice, I also can't entirely remember what happened last time, so maybe I'll just do it from the point of view of Steve, in which we enter in a kitchen. The sound of conversations above deck, ongoing talk of going to New Ref and doing all manner of sundry interesting things. A war is happening, perhaps old gods and shit. But in the meantime, my new apprentice Torgen and I are perfecting some of the most disgusting and or delicious clam nog you've ever fucking seen in your lives. So, we had a mixture of things. It was an iterative process, bit of experimentation. So that's quite nice. What did we have in there? We had a shoe. We had a fucking. What was it? A fucking.
Some guy's
toe. There was a toe. It was one of them red shirts' toes. He's dead now, probably. We put it out with it. We flushed him. I had at least 4 fights. That was fucking great. Every day, 2 p.m. Fisticuff Club. You don't fucking talk about it. What else? Oh, fuck. It didn't explode, and I wanna reiterate, it didn't. Under no circumstances. Let's see. Captain's still in a full body cast. That happened. Got blown out of a cannon or some shit. There's a lot of furniture being made, but it was all incredibly upholstered in leather. So there's that. Oh goodness, what am I fucking forgetting?
Thank you very much, Steve. I think I'll take the big picture from here. As last time,
Bravo.
our
Excellent.
hero,
Well done,
let's all
Yes, well
soft
done,
clap,
Steve. Well done.
jazz hands for the beautiful Steve. Thank you very much. I promise this will not be the last time I'm putting you on the spot like this.
Oh great.
All right, perfect. You're welcome, man. So everybody, last session we had a downtime session. It was great fun. We started by doing some downtime back in Blimey Bay before we left from there to go towards New Wrath. Aus had a talk with the White Maiden, the god of the pirates and the stormy seas.
Well.
Yes, yeah, but Steve didn't, so that's fine.
Steve wouldn't know.
Yeah, Steve didn't know.
Who's us?
It's
Nongle,
pronounced Faust.
Nongle deciphered a part of his book that seems to be to have been in the possession of Hureen and Mureen, a pair of elves from both the Feywild and the Shadowfell, who somehow had a finger in the rise of Arkan, but also the imprisonment of Arkan underneath the Mountains of Solitude ? We're not quite sure. But something sneaky has happened, and Nongle is going to try out to figure that out. One of the things he did was also to finish the dimension door within the Nomad Levitator, not only to be able to transport him to the Grove of Murine, but also to be able to transport everybody into the Verdant Confluence, the demo plane within the Verdant Shard itself. Faust helped Nongle in this endeavor, but did also spend some time learning the shield spell that's only for wizards, so he can absolutely overpower me with a whopping 32 AC whenever I hit him. So that's going to be very fun, Dion. Thanks.
What do you
for
mean whenever you hit him?
Like whatever, like 5% of the time I will.
Yes.
I guess.
5%.
Of course, most importantly for everything that happened last session, Torgen tried to wanting to get the chef's feed, went into the apprenticeship of Steve, the warranted ship's cook and former crime lord of New Wrath, who is the founder of Fisticuff Society. It was very great fun. You should have been there. If you haven't seen, I recommend everybody to go ahead and check out the session just for the fucking laughs. Our team, our heroes, are going to New Wrath, the city of the world's desire, the Pearl of the West, or colloquially known by the locals as the Big Lemon. From New Wrath, they have a few things they want to do. I know Bjorn has a small plan about meeting someone with the help of Cephis and the Amber Lord, who they're trying to get in contact with now. But from then, the plan for our band of merry heroes here is to find a way to travel to Urdra's hold in the north without getting caught by the Face or the Tranquil Pillar. You had a discussion last session, and it looks like you might be trying to go not just undercover, but underground, traveling underneath the Grey Rim Mountains, and might even stop on the way to have a discussion with the Low King about the Ebon Crown. So, a bunch of interesting things are happening. But one of our heroes did not have the chance to do their downtime. So we'll start with that, Bjorn.
Yay.
So I think I'm just putting on some cozy and non-threatening Viking music here. Perfect. All right, Bjorn.
Sorry, non-threatening Viking music?
Yeah.
Those two words don't match.
Yeah,
I believe
sorry.
it's just referred to as drinking music. I think that's the only two.
Well, no, fighting and drinking.
Cheers.
I don't know.
Nah.
All right. So, Bjorn, you're on the boat. You're on the boat for at least for 12 days, which gives you 12 downtime rolls. So I don't know, what do you think Bjorn would have spent his time on these 12 days?
As a gloom and dark shadow, Björn has been a very sad and depressed figure on the ship. It's very apparent that the loss of his friend has had an impact on him. It comes up in a lot of his talks with the other guys, how Theus did one thing or the other that was a betterment of Björn's life. So in that sadness, he turns to one of the things that Theus taught him. He turns to reading. It gets a bit complicated with Björn and reading, especially because he he's come on board the ship with a tremendous thirst. So he's begun drinking, and that affects his learning curve. But he's trying to fulfill the talks that he had with Aust about learning a bit of history of the world. So some of my downtime roles go into history.
You go ahead and do those. Do you remember how the downtime module works?
Yeah, I think I can do just normal.
Yep.
Like this, right?
Yep.
So 12. Can I multiply them by any means?
What? 12?
It was 12 times, right?
14 times.
14. Oh my god. I think I'm gonna. There's a good chance I clear this out then.
Yeah, one more and you should be there. Yep, you got it. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So in 4 days you basically, I guess, spend most of your time just reading.
Didn't we have 2 rolls a day?
Yeah, he made 8 rolls, which is why I say 4 days.
Oh, okay, cool.
So first of all, Bjorn, you can go ahead and give yourself the history proficiency.
Thank you.
And
I'll
that's
also say
right,
as an
all-
additional thing that Bjorn, I will allow you to read at least Common and Norse, if you couldn't already.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
And then Björn would request access to the conflicts, the arcane conflicts that Aust also possess besides his history knowledge.
Sure, you're good. My apologies. You have 24 downtime rolls, not 14.
Okay.
Yes, Alex, you're completely correct. So you have 16 left. All right, go ahead and ask Alex or Aust about that, I guess.
Please.
A little flashback.
Please, I need to go inside your green sword. I need to speak with someone.
Certainly. Do you need some privacy or?
Yes, please.
Right. Well, I can give you an hour. Otherwise, you're going to be staying in there for the next 24 hours. if that's all right. Until, of course, I suppose at some point during those rolls, the gateway would have been finished, and then we can just access it whenever. But before
Let's just say
then,
that. Let's just say that. Yeah.
okay. Well, yeah, sure. Yeah, come this way, and I'll open the verdant vault up for him. And as he passes through that kind of barrier between the plane and the demi-plane, the material plane and the demi-plane, he hears the kind of inordinate amount of whispers, and then it goes, shoo, and it's silent, and you're in this incredibly upholstered green room.
Oh, there you go.
Bjørn, he wanders the green room and inspecting all of the to him very strange and weird surroundings, and when he is sure that he is alone, he breaks down crying, trying to summon even a worth of Theus's whereabouts, any conditions on his health, any pluck of information he can get, while very drunk.
So that's a good point, actually. Before we left, and you were, it's just unfortunate that you weren't here. So, Nongle and I had a conversation before we set off about when we were going to tell you that what I found out about Theus. And Nongle, I can't remember what we said in terms of when we were going to tell him.
I will say at this point, as Bjorn is rummaging around inside the Verdant Confluence, you would probably be aware of that.
Yeah, by that point we would have broken it to you as gently as possible that Theus is fully now in, or like Theus and Hassani's body have been.
Go ahead and do that. Bjorn is rummaging around inside the Verdant Confluence. You can feel he's trying to contact Theus, trying to figure this out. How do you react to this feeling here as you are doing your push-ups?
I guess I basically have there's a decent amount of mind fog as I'm kind of just doing this, and I'm like not able to fully concentrate on one thing because there's kind of, it's almost like I'm kind of when flamingos can shut off half their brain to sleep.
Yeah,
when they're standing up.
No, I didn't know that, but okay.
With the Verdant Confluence, bird fact. Also, migratory birds can do it as well.
Now bird facts? Jeez.
I know. I'm so I would probably notice sort of soon enough that there's stuff going on in the Verdant Confluence, and I will kind of join him in there briefly, and just kind of everything.
How does Oust find you, Bjorn? Because I don't think you're really by yourself. You can activate anything magical in here. Actually, go ahead and give me a religion check, just for the fucking heck of it. No, you are too drunk and too sad, man.
Bjørn is laying on the floor. His saliva is running from his mouth, and he's singing very low. Something about he's not that smart and he need his smart. Come back to me. I have become weak. It's very weird and unlike him. He's obviously trying to contact him through the only medium he knows, which is song.
I like the idea that you've tried to conjure stuff, and there's kind of like failed reproductions of certain things in the kind of just in the crystal around the room, but nothing's like concrete. So yeah, I'll kind of stick my head through the portal, just like Bjorn. Everything. No. No.
The other side of the door, you see Snickstack kind of goes by, figures out you're having the talk, and he just like, yep, and they're just turning around, going the other way.
Yeah, I'll kind of stick my head back out the door.
Just go. I'm in a form I can comprehend. These
2 seconds.
Sing something. We can
I'll-
acapella.
I'll move through the gateway and appear within the room. No, sorry, it's just me. Go on. Not fierce, I'm afraid.
Yeah. Hey.
So, what are you up to, buddy?
Nothing.
Huh?
So I was just admiring, the floor.
Insight check.
Okay. I'll give myself disadvantage. So that's 12.
Okay. My wisdom is very low, so this could be a very short conversation.
Yeah, 17 beats a 12. So.
All right, we're good. The other one was a 0. Right. Yeah. So
So what's up?
what's up? That's a good question. Well, I don't know if you'll notice, I'm kind of buff now, but or I'm getting there, but yeah, I guess we haven't had a chance to, really have a chat, since we've set off, since we
Yeah,
left.
sure. You need some exercising advice.
You know what? In a little while, maybe. But Bjorn, I'm not going to sugarcoat this. You're big enough and ugly enough, no offense, to take whatever I can throw at you.
I can say anything.
Good. I will.
Actually, take some alcohol if you have some.
Do you know what? I did notice that there was Torgen was cooking up something down in the ship. However, just the fumes of that gave me a migraine. So here's some of the wine that was bought, the peach wine before we left. Sorry, it's not the good stuff, but it'll do. And I'll just apparate 2 glasses in this demiplane. We'll get into it. And as I do that with the other hand, I'm just going to start kind of in the crystal, just recreating the vision that I last saw of Fierce. So I before we left, I dropped in, or tried to, on Fierce, just to see where he was, and
Oh, that's a good idea. I didn't think about that.
yes, Bjorn. It's not a case of where he is, because he no longer is. He profoundly isn't. He has become something else entirely. He's joined with his former master now. Him, you see, on the floor, kneeling down. That's not Fierce. Looks like him. Might even sound like him. But it's not him.
I know my body when I see him.
I don't think he'd know you.
Sure he will. We have traveled for a long time together. Sure.
Bjorn, I'm not going to say that there might not be a way of bringing him back. But for now...
Then don't say it.
Fine. But for now, he's not Fierce. He's the head of the face. And as much as it might pain us to say it, he is our enemy for the time being. Rather, he isn't. The face is. But he is the face of the face, as it were. I'm not very good at these, heart-to-heart kind of discussions. But, even my parents back in the day, they used to inform me of deaths in the family by Falcon. I lived 2 doors down, and they still sent me a bird. I don't know.
Well, you've always been the clever one out. So,
Well,
you're right,
we're all clever in our own ways.
I suppose. But you know that I'm a believer,
Good.
and I'm not the smartest or the most just or wisest or most sober or anything like that.
Yeah, well, me neither on the sober part, but
But I have to believe. If I don't believe in the Northern Guards, if I don't believe in Theus is still here or somewhere, then I'm nothing. So don't say he's not out there. You might be right, but I need this.
I'm not saying that Fierce isn't out there. What I'm saying is that him, pointing to Fierce, or who was Fierce in the crystal, that's not Fierce. Fierce may be somewhere, maybe not on this plane, but he's not in that body anymore. Or maybe he is and he's locked away. But if you looked into those eyes, not that we can see them, he's facing away from us, but you wouldn't see his soul.
In that case, I know there are only two people more clever than you and Uncle, and they would know where his soul is, or whatever, where Theus is.
And who are
Could you
they?
maybe help me establish contact with a guy called Mimer?
You already started that when you planted the acorn in here.
I have a downtime.
Yes. Yeah, I think it's an 8 out of 120. I've also gave you another downtime that you could think about at some point.
Yeah. I really want to establish that connection with Mimer.
We can do that. But you raise a good point as well about belief. You're a believer. You might be one of the few true believers still in Cerenar. Just hold on to that.
I'm flawed.
No, goodness, no.
But
Bjorn,
trust
this
me,
morning
my
I had a
belief is
conversation with
not.
an actual god.
Oh.
So, and I don't just mean, in the mirror. But, no, they're, from what I can tell, Bjorn, gods aren't gods until you believe in them. Hell, I could believe in you enough and you could become a god. Don't get ideas, that's my job. But,
But you should know, Aust. I talked to gods all my life.
do they ever answer?
To another man, talking to a god might seem strange. To me, I know how you feel.
Good. Because we're going to need a lot more believing on the way up.
Sure.
I feel like I've been
Just
given
between you and me, a lot more killing.
Well, oh, yeah, I mean...
And I'm about ready for the killing part.
and preferably not of me. But, I mean, and I'm looking buff already, but still. But...
For an elf. Sure.
I mean, I'll let the racism pass. But, yes. I feel like I've been given some kind of... I don't want to say divine calling, because that seems a bit over the top, but I think we're not just out here to claim souls for the underworld and stop a war and topple the pillar. I think we're bringing something back, or making something new. Or both.
Oh, I've been telling you ever since we met. You are the Green Warrior. You are a holy man. You carry a guard weapon. All of these things I've repeated so many times.
And you call me the clever one.
Oh no. I'm a believer. That's what I'm telling you. And now I'm about ready to piss on this acorn.
Yes, piss. Piss away. Do you need
No, this one I can handle myself. Maybe
good,
you can
because
drink
I've
some
just
of
been,
that
so...
alcohol you were talking about.
I mean, help
Seems
yourself.
like even through the demi-plane, I can smell its deliciousness.
You really want Torgen and stuff?
Bring me the worst.
All right, I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
All right, go ahead and give me a this check. It's just a religion one to establish the spiritual connection to people. You could do 2 a day. I'll give you advantage on the Mimo connection as well.
That wasn't very...
No, that was 2 twos. You can do it with advantage, Jonas, so you don't need to.
thank you. How many? Sorry.
You had 16 left, so you have plenty. 1, 2.
Oh, that's done.
You spent 9, meaning you have 5 left after this.
Okay.
No.
That's on the jello.
Yeah. When you roll that 20, you get to roll again. So you get another one for free. So you could just put in 5 more in the jello horn, and I will narrate that after. So you can put 5 more in.
Goddamn.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. So that was just fucking
very natural.
All right. I will go with the jello.
It seems very distant in some way.
I will go with the jello horn thing, and we'll do the Mimo thing. But first, you go get Torben, I guess. What do you?
Yeah, I'm not looking for Steve. Just my own, for my own sanity. Yeah, I was kind of stick my head around the door of the kitchen. It's like, Torgen.
Well, yeah. Oh, you should watch your head. You need safety equipment if you're gonna come in
I'm
here.
like sticking my head around, and like immediately, almost like you know when there's like a ginger flavored drink, and it just hits you right in the nostrils, like right deep. It's just like sort of come around and go, gee, what on earth are you doing in here?
You just see Torben like standing with a shoe that's kind of like dripping down into the brew. Listen, I am lit. I'm just following instructions. I'm told it's art and crime. It's quite nice. Nice smell to it, isn't it?
It's certainly a smell. I can certainly smell it. So that's good.
You want to give it a try? We could actually use someone to kind of test the goods, so to say.
Well, I don't. However, Bjorn does. And if anybody's going to be able to take it, then Bjorn's the guy, right? So,
I think Bjorn will love this. Do you think he would want it with or without the shoe? Kind of adds a little bit of extra flavor. It's quite nice.
Wait, is it like out of the shoe, or?
I hadn't actually thought about that, but that's a good idea. Yeah, let me just go for a scoop. You can bring this to him. It's fine, and I'll kind of just
Sure. Do you want the shoe back?
We have plenty. That's fine. You can keep it.
Thanks. I think I can hear Steve coming back, so I'm gonna head off now.
He's quite nice, actually. You should meet him one of these days.
I'm sure he's lovely, but I just feel like we'd clash. Anyway, ta-ta. And I'll scurry off back up the decks with just this shoe, with the most acrid liquid sloshing around in it.
You see how it just corrodes into the wood as you spill drops of it.
There's a rash developing on my hand as I'm carrying it. My goodness. Right.
Maybe a rash, or maybe you're actually clean for the first time ever. One of those two.
Goodness. No germs on me. And I'll rush it through. Bjorn, it's in a shoe, but don't mind that.
Oh, that's perfect. I have another. This is. I think I could use it as a drinking horn as well. I take the yellow horn. And...
Would you like me to dispense?
Yeah. Yes, please.
Flush the clamrock into the artifact level magic item you got, right?
I just take a pencil and just sort of get the.
You hear,
The film
you hear
of
the
the
souls
outlines.
of 1,000 Valkyries scream as they die to never return again.
I don't know why, but I think this is just right. And a drink from it.
Anton, will you tell what this item is, what it's called, and what the mechanics of the?
Yes, this lovely brew is called Melt Your Fucking Face Off Reserve, special from Steve and Torben. And I will need you to make a Constitution save.
Perfect.
DC 20.
No, it's Bjorn. He's fine.
Oh,
All
that's
right, Bjorn, like you see Bjorn just look, drink it as he continue like as he finishes it. Bjorn, you look at ours. This feels fine.
It's actually +5 because no, well, I did it as an ability check, but it doesn't matter.
Oh, well, 17 is still less than 20.
Yeah.
For a second, after you've drank it, you see not only one oust, but many. Just lining up infinitely, and you're not sure whether it's a trick of the glass in the verdant vault or whether it's just your own vision.
What does Bjorn say before he falls unconscious?
I think the unconscious was only if you failed by 10, right?
No.
Yeah,
Oh,
you're poisoned for 24
poisoned.
hours, fail by 10. You fall unconscious, natural 1, you
that's
fall
how it is.
unconscious, are poisoned, and under the effects of a slow spell. So you're
But it
slowly
cannot be
sleeping.
cleansed. That's the important part.
Yeah,
You're
it
stuck
cannot be
with it.
dispelled by magic, yeah.
This is the best drink I ever had.
Good. You look. Jesus. Is that you or the? All right. Are you fine here?
I'm perfect.
Good.
This is perfect.
Well,
Is it hot in here?
I can fiddle around with the heating if you want.
Thermostat appears.
Just operate a thermostat. Just. Yeah. I've dropped it 10 degrees. I figured that you could handle it.
This seems soft, this floor. I think I'm gonna lay down for a while.
I'll leave you to it. All of these seats are well upholstered, so knock yourself out, literally.
Are we
I'll
in
just leave it.
space?
Oh, it's face. You just hear the door close behind the house.
As he says, "Are we in space?" I'm going, and I'll just make like a planetarium situation, just on the ceiling of this verdant vault. Just everything starts moving.
So, Bjorn, over the next few days, you, besides having very good times with the Clamnog Melt Your Fucking Face Off Reserve, you managed to establish a contact with Mimor as you plant this acorn inside a part of the Verdant Conference, and you kind of water it and you take care of it, and over the few days it goes from like a small sprig until becoming a young and since healthy tree that kind of grows up and kind of creates like a small canopy above the platform of the Verdant Confluence. It would be sure it would look beautiful if everything wasn't just green in here. And
Just grows straight through the center of the table.
you're pretty sure that you can feel a connection to something. One of the big oaks of the Forest of Eternal Snow up north. You're pretty sure if you want to, you could probably contact him if you wanted.
I'm gonna send Mima a message.
All right.
I'm gonna be home at some point. Need to talk to you about souls and stuff. Goodbye. And then I get shit finished again.
Do you want to do anything with this connection after that, or will you just tell me whenever you want to?
I'll probably try to figure out if he's in the north still.
You've seen Oust kind of summon people here in the night when they're sleeping. I'm pretty sure you could get his help to do that.
To summon Mima.
Yeah. Or at least like an image of him, a connection to his mind as he's dreaming.
I'd rather just have him get the message and determine if he's in the north or not.
All right.
You talked at some point about a globe where you can pinpoint.
Yeah. You do see that he is up in the forest of eternal snow around the Uppsala temple.
Yeah, I think that my business with him is better in person, and not through the metaverse. Sorry.
Fair enough. Fair enough. All right.
Oh my god, it's the confidence in metaverse.
With the
House is Mark Zuckerberg.
the Gjallarhorn, you haven't really had a look at before you start this trip here. It is a very large ivory horn. It is tipped with silver and is engraved by beautiful silver inlaid runes. The runes tell the story of the like the legendary king of the Northmen is of course Grim Tyrson, but the legends of the times before were the tribal kind of kings of old. And one of these old ancient kings are of course King. I've got to say in my notes. He's right here somewhere. Do. Yeah, there was. It is it is about the saga of King Ketil, who went to war against the Jotuns of the north. And as he stood alone in the cold with a host of Jotuns in front of him, of giants in front of him, his housecarls and his warriors had either died or fled. And as he was the only one on the battlefield, he got reinforcements from Asgard himself, as they sent the army of Valkyries to help the Northmen in their time of need. So it's one of the great religious stories of how that the war against the giants and the Jotuns are kind of a divine one, and it is something that proves that the gods aren't just something that exists above humans, but or the peoples of Cerenar, but kind of is a part of the society, right? And when you got this from the temple between underneath Hakatorak, you like this horn here was used as a vessel to store not a god per se, but an ancient powerful spirit of this snake priest. And you see that they had also used your weapon Suto Angrak as a powerful artifact containing a powerful spirit to kind of power something. So there's something about these northern artifacts that is connected directly to like the divine realm or to Asgard somehow. And you know that the fates of Urdras want you to bring it to them, and that this is somehow your destiny. There is power inside of these runes. You're pretty sure of it, but you're pretty sure you need to. This is not about reading something or understanding some arcane knowledge about the world or how water ebbs and flows or how you have to put your sail to get the wind to catch it. This is not something practical. This is something emotional for you. For this, when Bjorn looks at this horn, he gets the same feeling as he did when he was a kid, and he was the first out on the grass after a night of frost. And you can hear the crunch of all the blades of grass underneath your feet. And you could smell the pungent smells of pine and snow and cold wind that somehow makes it fresher and more clean than the rest. The same kind of air that you faced when you hunted the great white bear of the forest of eternal snow. You get the same feeling as the first time you woke up on a boat and all you could see around you was water and sky. This is something deeply familiar, but at the same time deeply unfamiliar to Bjorn. And how do you think Bjorn would go about to unlock this understanding that he kind of intuits must become between you and the horn itself?
I think that he would drink out of it and meditate upon it. Like, hold it, close his eyes, sit with it, become familiar with it, use it to drink from.
That's fine. So Bjorn is just walking around this 6 foot, 2 meter long horn, moving from it, which is pretty cool. You're feeling you're getting there, but as you're getting closer and Aust gathers you in the arcane, on the verdant confluence, and you talk to Cephis, he tells you that he wants to bring you in, and he will help you smuggle you into the city, so the pillar doesn't get a hold of you. He also says that he will. He also tells you, Bjorn, that the Ember Lord is waiting for you in the Big Head Inn.
I need a bath if I'm gonna meet noble folk.
Oh, that can be arranged.
They like that.
So, last evening before you arrive, anything you guys want to do or want to talk about?
Just a question. Are there any followers in New Wrath?
That you know?
Yeah.
Not that you know, like someone that you converted might have moved there, but
Okay.
they haven't told you.
Okay.
I hate to be that guy, but can I bring up my flower pot again?
Your what?
My flower pot. I want to use another bag of beans.
Sure, you can do that.
Okay, cool.
What better way to celebrate?
Yeah, exactly. Alright, so D100.
Are you using it in the confluence?
No. On the ship of the deck. Deck
Okay.
of the ship. Ship of the deck.
The dock of the bay? Okay. Ooh.
Oh my god. This probably falls into the water, I would assume.
Oh, no.
Pyramid with a 60-foot
That's it.
square base bursts upwards inside a sarcophagus containing a mummy lord. A 60-foot base wouldn't fit on the ship, would it?
Oh yeah, and the ship it would.
A 60-foot square base?
Oh.
It's just fall into the ocean.
60 is 20 meters.
And that's
Yeah.
the story of how the ship
That's a lot. Like a ship 20 meters tall is. I think a ship is not 20
Yeah,
meters tall.
no. Abroad, no.
I assume that would just fall.
Not exactly 20. Like 18. It's like 18 meters.
This is literally the worst thing you could have rolled here, right?
Oh no, the giant
That's-
beanstalk is the worst thing I could have rolled.
Yeah, that would have been worse. All right, so you're telling me that what? Fuck thing.
God damn it, Tanner.
So
Hey, don't give me a bag.
where-
It's like giving me a bag of hold or a deck of many things.
Bag of beans.
I'm gonna use it.
So,
Every
so where did you? So where did you put the flower pot? You're saying?
I would have put it on like the front of the ship, right?
All right, so I'm going to ask. I'm going to roll a die here for the ship, real quick.
And we lost our ship again.
We only have 5 more beans. So
Just as we sat down to plan, this is brilliant.
Session
I rolled a
42.
net.
We will know how long I've beans.
So I rolled a net 20 here. So
Yes,
you
you
see, as this, you go out to the forecastle, you put down the small pot with dirt in it. It's like the forecastle is a beautiful garden. It has well trimmed hedges. You see the corgis bark at you horrifyingly as you get near their space. Further down on the deck, you see Captain Southwestershire in his full body cast, just like barely smoking a pipe. Like, evening, Nongo. Now, what are you planning there, mate?
I have these magic beans. I plant them, and certain things happen. I'm looking for something very beneficial for us for when a dangerous mission.
Well, that sounds exciting. Do you think it's some kind of magic beanstalk that was sprouted from it? Could go kill a giant.
Rumor has it it's possible, but I don't know if that would work very well on the ship. I'm hoping just for a tree full of potions or something.
Well, man, what are you waiting for? Plant all of them. It's fine.
Very well. I go to the very what's the front of the ship?
Forecastle.
Okay, I go there.
The forecastle. Yeah.
Yeah, I put the pot on there, plant the bean, and stand back and watch. See what happens.
You just see a pyramid just sprouts up. There's so many kind of hedges on the top of the ship that kind of catches the pyramid. The ship tips over. You manage to grab onto a rope. The pyramid just slides off the hedge, takes off the foremast, and just plops in the water. And you kind of land again on the ship.
Are we on the deck as this is happening?
Yes. A bunch of sailors are thrown overboard. The geese are scrapping. Everyone is screaming.
And mummy lords, oh no, they're undead, so they can breathe actually underwater.
Yeah,
But
you
that's
just see a huge pyramid just appear and slide off the ship and go plop into the water.
Has there ever
is
been
the water?
underwater pyramids
It's
exist?
on the bottom of the sea right now. With a nat 20, the ship is mostly unscathed, which is
Like, just so you know,
very,
like,
very, very lucky for you.
I think off to the side, Tom is sitting there drinking the brew, and he's like, I've had too fucking much to drink. I'm going below deck.
That's great! Take another, let's go! Come on! He's been knocked out of his wheelchair. He's just holding onto some rope with his teeth.
Nungle walks back, bright red in the face. Well, maybe I shouldn't do that on the ship again.
What do you mean? How much will one for these beans? What do you reckon would happen if we put them in a cannon and fired them at the enemy?
No, you need to plant them in the earth.
Well, we could probably make a contraption. I'll ask Steve about that.
Steve. Who's Steve?
Oh,
maybe
yes.
I should go
short
and
for
talk to Steve.
Stephanie. Well, perhaps. We're all talking about maybe locking him up, because if he comes back to New Wrath, a bunch of shenanigans are going to happen with his own crime gang. You see, he was a crime lord back in the day.
Can I make a check to try to like map exactly where we are?
Sure.
As you do that, a big a webbed elven hand just plops itself on the edge of the deck and just pulls myself back up, just soaking. Like, what the fuck was that?
Treasure buried at sea, apparently. Something maybe we could investigate later on.
Well, have you ever heard of ghost stories? I think we just.
So what you want to do is you want to figure out. You want to figure out where this is so you can come back to it.
Yeah, so you can create a little side quest for us to go
sure.
to our mummy pyramid.
No, I've got contact with those tools. I can assist with that if you want.
Does this count as polluting the ocean? Should we be concerned?
You are at the
coordinates.
mouth. You are at the mouth of the New Wrath Sound.
Okay.
The southern mouth of the New Wrath Sound.
Okay, so we're assuming that we could come back here and know where the pyramid is.
Yeah, it's not like it's probably one of the most easily recognizable places at sea in this region of the world.
Perfect.
It is now. There's a fucking pyramid in the water.
Oh no, it's far underwater.
Okay.
The water is deep here.
Well, I think you've just created the strangest water park I've ever heard about, but I'm interested.
I didn't even think of that. Well, we should maybe just be aware that there may be some mummies or something coming out of there.
Wait, mummies do have the dry out ability. What happens if you're being touched underwater by these dry out ability?
I don't know. I guess we'll find out.
I feel like we have more pressing issues. I mean, I know that was a lot, but one thing at a time, maybe.
Oh. I'm just writing down what it is.
Yeah. I'm just gonna put a little map note on there. I won't make it huge though. Oh, disappeared.
Oh.
Fuck. Yeah, keep going.
That's your text. I continue deleting it. All right. Anything else you guys want to do before the next day?
Plant another. I'm kidding.
So, what exactly are we planning? How are we getting smuggled into the city? What exactly is the plan here?
So, one of our Sophis associates is going to smuggle us in, is my understanding. Until we can get an audience with the king. I'm hoping that we can kind of stay incognito to a certain extent until we're actually in the palace. Obviously, everybody on their best behavior. No choppy until necessary. Yes. Anybody that can.
Or vandalizing or
Yes.
stuff like that. That's a no-go.
Best behavior. Clean your boots as well. Yes. Anybody that can disguise themselves might be worth it. At least for the minute.
Roar, I do have a question about the. I'm assuming here, but I just want your clarification. The I forgot, the forgetful focus, says that I can cast the spell as a bonus action. Can I upcast it?
If it's not already.
Yeah, Can I upcast it as a bonus action? Or do I have to cast it at its level?
I'll say you can cast it as a bonus action, regardless of what level it is.
Okay, cool.
I'm going to regret that, aren't I?
No. This is not. I got invisibility for my
Right.
Yeah. It's either that or immolation, and I'm like, immolation sucks. It's cool that you have to fail a dex save. Everyone's got good decks. I can turn the entire party invisible for an hour if we need to. So we have. Can we do that once?
So,
But...
just at the ease, Cephis asked you to meet him at a point 2 miles south of the city, at the on the shore, on the western side.
Yeah, because we don't want to drive a pirate ship into the docks.
Precisely.
Right,
At
yeah.
New Rough.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Okay. I mean, to be honest, like, we're far enough out, we could pretty much disembark pretty soon, and then we'll just walk to where we need to be. What time of day is it at this point?
It's he wants you to be there in the morning.
Okay, yeah, so we could walk there overnight, under cover of darkness, and then get there.
That's a plan.
Because we can get a lay of the land, just work out whether there's a increased military presence and stuff like that moving through the area and things like that. We know there's a war coming.
Yeah, and I can also I have Scry and Arcane Eye, I think I have.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's my domain spell. So I have Arcane Eye, Scry, and I'm not sure if I have Clairvoyance.
We have a potion of clairvoyance.
Oh, there you go. I also
I think we hold off using it until we definitely have to use it though.
Yeah. Okay.
I sent the I sent like what's her name, Savannah, and that all towards New Raf as well, didn't I?
Yeah.
Okay.
But
So
they're not
actually,
going to do that the same way as you are. Right?
yeah. So I probably would have the night before. I probably would have checked in just to see how far they got. How far they've gone. I'd imagine we're going to be here ahead of them. Maybe not.
They have
actually.
just arrived in Rockville.
Okay. Okay. That's fine. So yeah, they're a little bit behind us, but that's cool.
Oh,
Okay.
and you are right around here.
Yeah. Okay. I reckon then we wait until nightfall. Maybe like sleep, like a little bit earlier, like from like mid-afternoon until sort of early hours of the morning. Disembark and then travel to the rendezvous point for dawn.
Right, so that's what you guys do. So you, or any, everyone's fine with that?
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Sounds like a plan.
So what you, so I should do that. The captain kind of approaches you as you're putting this back. Right then, what do we do at New Raf? I'm pretty sure we're gonna get inside without all of the problems with you. We're locking up Steve. He's not going to be a problem. So if you need our help, we'll be, of course, at the old rats and dogs.
Good. Thank you very much, Captain. Good luck on the rest of your journey, I guess.
Well, we'll be waiting here to pick you up, or at least help you, or we might go to Westerfeld. Who knows?
Lovely stuff. Well, don't get killed.
Oh, well,
Unless you
I
want
will.
to.
You don't want to.
Aha! Yeah. Yeah. Goodness.
Existence is painful for me, but yes, fine.
Understandable. God's bless. Well,
What was
shall
that?
we- Never
Did you
mind.
say anything? Oh,
No.
well, quite so. Be a good chap and light my pipe for me, will you?
I cast Fireball. Sure.
Well, I'd light it.
That's the stuff. Thank you very much, Taps. That's very good. All right, here's he just points. That's the only boat that made it from the pyramid thing. That was glorious. Can't wait to see it another time. God, you can take you can take that. Do you want us to just get the levitator into the city somehow, or?
Is that
Yes.
thing going to be recognizable? How high profile have you folks been in the past?
Well, Stick Snack
Not
says,
too much with the levitator.
not sure that it'll be connected to you guys, but it really depends on what you guys want to do, because I don't think if you guys are going down underground, something like that,
Well,
maybe not the best.
I modded
thing
it
to
after
do.
one of the sand skiffs from the Kungundi Desert, so unless that's a rare sight around here, it will definitely turn some heads.
But it's that with an entire caravan on top now, though, isn't it? Because
Yeah.
of the. Yeah.
You know what,
because of the-
Dongle? I'm going to take this bad boy here, and when we get into the city, I'll take it down to Nomad Drive. Right? You ever been there?
Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah, I've been there. Totally.
Nomad Drive is one of the biggest kind of collections of nomads. There's always a bunch. Like, it's basically a big camping spot for
Oh, in
nomads.
that case, I try to avoid it as much as possible, but yes, I'm very aware of
trailer
it.
park.
It's a trailer park. God damn it.
It's a fucking nomad trailer park. Yeah.
To gypsies.
All right. Well, we'll go there, and you guys can go over and say hi when you guys are ready. All right.
Sounds like a plan.
Will do.
Lovely stuff. Well,
I'm gonna get just because we're gonna be in danger. They seem like they're gonna be okay. I'm gonna take the gauntlets of ogre power back from Go Up,
Okay, along. Here you go.
just in case. We might need some strength for some reason. What
All right.
What else?
Yeah. Final preparations now, guys.
we should teach them how to use the gate. Because if we can go in, then we can come back out of that gate. Technically, if we really need to.
Yeah. You
If I can get.
cast
Yeah.
Sword of Recall, you all go to the grove. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they might have to open it from their side. I don't know how it works.
I think you could door like unless they lock it. It opens
Yeah.
from both sides.
So I have Demiplane
Okay.
and Word of Recall prepared. So I have we have good chances of getting back if we need to.
Okay.
And then we can just reopen the door. I'm assuming once we're at the Grove, we can open up the door to get back to the Levitator, right? Okay, cool.
I mean, all these backup plans is good and all, but I mean, we're just going to the city to talk, right? Shit's fine.
Yeah, but if we need to get the fuck out, which may happen, right? And it's not just to talk, we gotta sneak in there, right?
It's fine.
Also, they really might not like what we have to say. So.
Yeah.
You'll
But
see.
anyway, let's no time like the present, fellas. Let's go.
You get down in the boat. You kind of it's half an hour's kind of rowing for you guys to get to the shore. It's like a beautiful cliff-faced shore here, but with a bunch of goats path that leads up. So
Wait, do we have any kind of costume to go in so we don't look like the party we're supposed to be going in with? I mean, I think Faust is fine because he's not known to be with our party. So it's great having a Loxodon on because everyone's going to be like, what the fuck is that a Loxodon, right? So that's a good distraction. But, I mean, green sparkly elf, maybe, right?
I can alter myself at will. Now,
okay, perfect.
So yeah, I'm good.
All right, but
maybe
maybe we want to
disguise and just put like a scarf over his head.
Yeah, maybe we want to disguise Bjorn. Does anyone have disguise proficiency? I can get it if we need it. Like I just use one of my divine charges and I can get it.
Sophis did say that he will manage you getting in.
Okay, perfect. But I just don't want to be walking through the city or whatever, and people are like, "Those are the whatever the Harlow party."
Walking through a city of 1 million people is not really the problem.
Okay.
Getting checked in the gate or getting passed up by someone who saw your wanted poster, that's a problem, right?
Perfect. Okay, cool. Just being
So
cautious.
I will tell you what Sophis can tell you what part of town you should probably not.
The moment we're off the ship, I'll alter self into one of my my presets.
Mickey Rat.
Too
soon?
Let's go for Ufri Woodcrest to just the older human male. Looks like George Clooney with a beard.
All right. As you kind of walk through the night, a few miles, and at dawn you see the city in the background, and Nurath is extremely big. Like you have never seen anything. Like those of you who haven't seen it before, it's flabbergasted about the sheer size that it could just be seen for miles and miles and miles. In the middle of the city, you see the Arken Rock, which is a large kind of cliff. And on top of that, a huge sky-reaching kind of castle has been built called the Hawken Crown. The only thing higher than that building is the floating island of the Arken Pillar next to it. The Nurath is stupendously large. It has a population of 1 million people, which like it dwarfs any other city. It also has the largest population of dwarves outside of the Dwarven realms. Even a whole other like sister city underneath it called Nurathabad, which is the Dwarven hold of Under Nurath. It is extremely it is the navel of the world in many respects, but also in many other respects the trash can, as everybody somewhere somehow always ends up in Nurath. The crossroads of fate, some would call it. Outside, you see, like, this is what you see. You see huge, big walls and sprawl just going everywhere, and clouds of smoke and smog everywhere. Bunch of on your right, you just see a bunch of sailing ships coming to and from as you're walking the coast. And as you're getting closer and closer, you even begin to meet, like the city begins to meet you as it has gobbled up smaller villages outside of it, as like just a stream of wares and food and everything is just streaming into this place. As you come closer here, You go up on this cliffside here. You see a tabaxi. He doesn't look anywhere near like the other Sophists. He's wearing like a sixpence hat and like a vest and like a long coat. He has like something that could have been nice pants once, but they have been tattered beneath the knee. And he's wearing like fingerless gloves and has a pair of goggles over his top hat. Ah, so it is you.
Yes, it's us.
Ah, they have told us of you. All right, before we begin, I will need my payment, please.
Of course.
It counts 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There will be 250 gold.
Yes. We will take it from the party funds, won't we, Uncle?
I don't have the party funds. That was us that has that.
Us, talking. Have
He looks
So-
up at you, Faust. I don't know who you are, but very discreet guys. I appreciate it.
We'll be fine. No one recognizes.
No,
We'll
I would never
pull
make
250
any
from the
trouble.
party gold.
I
And I'll
would
just hand it
never
over.
make
Just
any
go.
kind of trouble. Sure.
Okay.
Do your best, Chief.
Don't worry. We'll make sure that the lockdown is as low key as possible, I suppose.
In a
So,
strange
Foster,
way,
are you
on the-
wearing like big armor? Is that that's something you turn
No,
on when you
no,
want?
I'm wearing a long cloak.
Okay, perfect,
Very long, a cleric-like cloak.
perfect. All right, so we'll hand over some coin then.
Yep, I hand over the cash.
Very good.
There you go, don't
Hey,
spend it all at once.
He opens like a bag of holding and he takes out 5 potions of water breathing and gives them to you. All right, drink them and come with me.
all 5?
No, 1 for each. Come on,
Oh,
keep up.
that makes sense.
All right.
I'll pocket mine and just do aquatic adaptation.
Sure.
I could always use to top me off, and I'll kind of just pour the water breathing potion into the mug I was carrying. Sure, why not? So I'll just keep drinking.
Keep drinking.
I'll take it.
All right.
I will snorkel the potion with my nose and then do it like the elephants do. Like they don't drink through the mouth, like they snorkel something
And then they
with their
spray it in
nose
their
and
mouth,
then
yeah.
they spray it into their mouth. Very disturbing.
As you do that, he just like try to keep up, and then he goes into the water.
Alright. I'll follow straight after him.
Me as
Yeah.
well.
I have a swimming speed equal to my walking speed, so I'm good for the moment.
I'm very fucking confused, but sure, what's the worst that could happen?
I'll hold on to
She could-
Bjorn. I'm assuming Bjorn's a pretty decent swimmer, so I'll just grab onto him.
Grab all of your things. What about you, Faust?
Well, after drinking the water breathing potions, I give my bow towards our benefactor. Thank you very much for doing this. This party seems to be a little bit disorganized, but I assure you we only have the best of intentions.
Okay, I don't really care. And he jumps in the water.
I will stick my foot in. I will keep my nose for a while above the water, just like elephants do, and then I will stick in. Just like,
As you go down on the water, he kind of leads you down. Like you can feel the stream here. The sound is pretty harsh, but you're able to kind of get through as you swim down, and you see what looks like a pretty new sewer outlet somewhere up underneath some walls that you're all looking directed in. And for the second time in your career, you're in the sewers with a Cephis, and he's taking some turns until you get up, and you're finally in a place with air. Because, okay, that was the easy part. So, what are you doing here again?
Talking to the king, of course.
Okay. But when that
Me
inevitably
and
fails, then what?
Me. Sorry?
You heard me. When that inevitably doesn't do anything, then what?
It does something.
Well, we're on a mission of a higher purpose, I assume.
If it doesn't work, then we leave as discreetly and quietly as possible, and as quickly as possible.
Yes, quickly. Basically, we need an escape plan, Safis, if you could help us.
Preferably underground. I think is that still in the cards that we're planning to?
I think we probably need to enter the underground, unless I don't know whether Alice would know this. Is the Dwarven city under Newrath connected
it is.
to a network of other Dwarven cities across?
No,
Is
you
there like
see,
a?
Newrath is on one side of a continent, and then the other side of the continent, there's a big body of water in between them. So
I don't know how big it is.
that would have to be very deep, and I'm not sure. But I do know a dwarf who has been traveling through the Underdark for some time. So it could set up a meeting for a fee, of course. If you want a route somewhere under the ground from the other side of the sound, he would be probably.
I think if we can get perhaps just an underground route out of the city to somewhere secluded, just so we can get picked up or make our way from there, that would be fine. Then we can make our way to the other side of the water and then go underground from there. We have business up north once we're done here.
Let's see.
That still sounds like we might.
So I'm just figuring out. You told me a little about your travels. You're going up north. You want to go up north on the ground. Is that correct?
Yes.
That sounds good.
Well, we need to take the levitator with us. It's our base of operations, right? I guess we could just leave it parked here at the Gnomish RV park.
I don't know what this levitator is.
Also, to be clear, we were discussing the possibility of going to Himdral while we're heading north, yes?
Yes.
You can figure this out by yourself if you want to. I can set you up with someone who can help you with at least a route and map, maybe. I don't know.
That would be excellent. For now, all we need is, in the event of something going horribly wrong, a way out of the city quickly. Not necessarily any further than that.
Okay, he's a wizard, right? He points at Nargon.
Yes, I can get us out of the city quickly, but should we need a reserve plan? Something happened to me, or I'm exhausted on my spells, or we're blocked to magic in some way.
One that's slightly
plan
less
B.
arcane.
Yes.
Let's see.
We don't want to direct
Old-fashioned.
attention from the conventicle, if possible.
Okay. I will work on this. I do not have anything right now, but I will figure something out. For now, you want to go to the Amber Lord, is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. Let me show you here. He takes out a map. You bring the torch closer. He points at you, Tom.
Right, sure. I'll come on over.
Okay, at this point here, we are underneath the Whaler's Bluff, and he points here. How many of you have been in Newrath before?
I've frequented.
Haven't had the pleasure.
I'm not sure.
Alice, you might have moved through or been on a weekend vacation.
I know some people who lost
not for
some
long
limbs
enough.
here.
Terrifying.
He
Bjorn?
looks at
I've heard the tales.
So that's a no.
Okay. So, everything outside the city walls, you should be able to navigate more or less easily. You want to talk to the Ember Lord. He is right now in the big head inn up in Battled Over Reach. Battled Over Reach, big chaotic part of city. It has very many bars, nightclubs. All the adventurers are there. People kill each other in the street. Don't go out at night alone. That's suicide. Are you getting this drift of mine?
Yes,
Very
dangerous,
dangerous,
yes.
lawless. Yeah.
No, not lawless. It is just filled with magical adventurers and big barbarian men and people like you, basically.
Oh, fit right in then, Bjorn, right?
Sounds like a nice place.
That's excellent.
lovely.
I'll go enjoy it. Water park by any chance? No? Oh, okay. Go on.
Goodness, I hope not.
No, we do not have these kinds of barbarisms here. So, when you're here, I will show you. I can show you a few sewer openings here that will take you from Bracetow Reach down into the Undercity or Underabad, or Nurathabad. And I can show you a few places where you can get up, so you can circumnavigate the walls, which is the biggest checkpoint where you probably will get caught. If you go The market, he points, is here, the Hawking Crown market. If you are some people who needs anything, I think you could buy most anything. The more high-end shops are up here if you want esoteric artifacts of untold treasures. Any kind of weapons and adventurer gear and things for military personnel could be found out in 400 row. Also very expensive. You mentioned the Nomad Park. It is down here on the other side, in the southern part of Hafton. Should be possible for you to go there through Andarabad as well.
Longo contains his clapping and jumping up and down.
Yes. What could I say? Yes. Avoid Morignard, the watch headquarters. That would be a bad place. Avoid the Thieves Guild. They also want the what is it called? The bounty on your head. The Arkham Pillar here. Do not go there.
Definitely don't.
It is a bad
not
idea.
Even close to there.
Precisely. I would also say that maybe, yes, northern part of Old Quarry Road, Royal Approach, and Riverdark is mostly. Just don't attract too much attention to yourself. He hands you the map. Okay, I will show you the exits here. So, and he leads you down a few roads. Do you have any questions while we're walking?
How concerned should we be traversing the streets? I mean, it is a big city.
Yes, it is a
people
big city.
Won't be actively looking for us, but how worrisome should we be about local guards, things like that?
Be cautious, but mostly the easiest way of going somewhere is looking like you have a right to be there. So that would be my recommendation for all of you.
Besides around the Arkham Pillar, I know they have scrying devices or whatnot. Are we worried about any kind of magical guards, inquisitors of some sort that might be able to detect magics that might be used on us?
No, would not. No. As long as he points here at the Braistover Reach, as long as you're in this part of town, you're fine. Don't go to the bridge. He points to the bridge. Don't go on the bridge. Everywhere else in the 13th borough, you're fine.
Perfect. Good to know.
You don't need to worry, mostly at all. If there is a process of inquisitors, you will be able to see them because they will be very, very big. Because if they get attacked by some of these adventurer idiots, they need to have a lot of muscle on their hands.
Of course.
With so many
In here,
adventures.
if you can wear disguise, very good.
Crown shape, perfect.
Not necessary, but would probably be preferable to walking around.
Well, with so many adventures here, there might be a lot who have lost over the adventuring days a limb, an ear, an eye, I assume. Some who are down on their luck, desperate. Well, loose people gathering, just so you just want to know.
This looks at you, shrugs, tough. This way.
Where are the unlucky people of this town?
Yes, the downtrodden, the
Gathering?
poor, the needy, per se, I think is what
No, they're
Yes.
everywhere.
Well, the desperate. Somewhere, maybe a little bit more concentrated.
Well, hang on now. If you're building prosthetics for people, then go to the adventurers area. They're the ones with the money.
I'm pretty
Oh, no,
sure
I'm
I
not
should not
looking
answer this
for-
question. Why am I getting the creeps with this man? Oh,
I'm looking
He's-
for
look,
not
it's
looking
not-
for people with money. I'm looking for just people
Yes.
who are down on their luck and desperate.
Our friend Faust likes to help as much as he possibly can. So
Yes.
he's looking for ways to
Seeking
spread
people.
his.
My belief, my
Yes.
faith.
All I'm saying is we're trying to keep a low profile. Maybe
Oh,
that is not.
this is why I'm looking for people who are down on their luck. I'm not looking to convince high-profile people.
is this another tetrahedron scheme?
Tetraedrons.
No, we do not
Why?
sell among
Because
us. We're
I got
selling
hooked on selling
outside.
some kind of fruit juice shake, but now and I was to be my own boss, but it was a sham, all of it.
And we're not selling anything.
To buy
except
some
belief.
camlog.
Faith,
Likewise.
belief for those who need it.
Well, I'm sure we'll find many.
I'm
downtrodden
pretty sure.
random-
I'm pretty sure you should probably just stay with the other weird people at the place to reach. Battle over reach.
I'm sure Fast,
Lead the way.
if we bump across some needy people, I'm sure we'll be able to help.
Oh yes, please don't harass the local populace.
But next time we're in a town that may be friendly to us and not at least have bounties out on us, perhaps we can spread our beliefs and whatnot amongst those people.
Have you not seen
How
the
much was the
bounties?
bounty?
How much is the bounty? That's a good question.
It's a dangerous question to ask, isn't it?
Oh no, I absolutely.
I was
wanna-
not looking forward to do this. He takes out some pieces of paper. Which one do you turn over first?
I'll Noggle.
No,
grab our own.
There are three
Flip
three
them all
wanted
over.
posters.
Flip them all over.
You
gonna be-
you see a horrible caricature of you, Nongle. Basically, they're taking one of your pictures and then they've just made you look really evil. And it's,
eyebrows.
the renegade, the nomad renegade Nongle. The only one where they actually mention what race you are. Wanted for crimes against magical safety, the conventicle, and the piece of Cerenar, 100,000 gold pieces.
I'm frick. That's
Wanted alive. Yeah.
why. Well, there we go.
Maybe we should just hand ourselves in.
I guess we have to gut Nongle and take the bounty.
Then there is a
No.
That was a joke. That was a joke, Nongle.
It
I'm
doesn't
trying
pass
to
off
make
with
a
your
joke.
serious demeanor, Fast. I thought you
No,
were actually
but
going to
there
turn
is-
me in.
No,
there
this
is
is
a-
my joking face. Don't you understand?
I can't
I'm
see the
joking.
trunks in the way.
there is a very good picture of Bjorn and Theus together. And it says it just says Bjorn, and you've been seen a few times, but you always used other names as Theus. What kind of name do you think they would have picked up? And this is Theus with like a fake mustache and dumb shit on, because
Oh
it would always have been some kind of But so you could see it's Theus, but But what name would they have written down? Is Bjorn and Jack or something dumb?
There's a load of smaller pictures underneath. He may also look like this.
Freddie Mercury.
Bjorn and Freddie Mercury wanted for conspiring against the pillar and the safety of Cerenar, working with Nongle the renegade.
In this pose, like he's in this pose.
It is you have a bounty of 40,000 gold on each of your head. And the last one, there's just a picture of Oust. Like it's a picture been taken when you were very drunk, and you're kind of holding up your hand. It just says, "Wanted, dead or alive, 100 gold."
Gentlemen, I appear to not have done enough crimes.
I think they're missing some zeros on this one.
They don't even mention my name.
No, I'm pretty sure there's like
It says
printing mistake
it just
here.
says Maledictus question mark underneath.
I mean, they're still open to interpretation. That's
Melody, just question mark.
Well, I would
Melody.
say this party is worth 100,000, 140,000, and 100 gold.
I mean, all I'll say is 100 gold is still a lot to some people. Not to most people, but some people.
100,000. I think that maybe I should stow away in the bag of holding. This is dangerous.
I mean, we could always turn you in and break you out.
Well, with the new
Well, the good
haircut,
thing is-
with the new
good
haircut,
thing
as
is,
long as I
if you look at
smile
this-
and don't look evil, I mean, I don't look like the picture, so.
These,
Gentlemen, can we
all
make
of
a
these,
pact?
all of these. Have a look. 1 second. This is more propaganda than it is correct imagery of you. So
Of course, yes.
just don't get undue attention to yourself. You should not have any problems.
But can we make a small arrangement here? If any of us die, and we have access to the body, that we do trade them in for the money, because it seems like a win. Well, it's not a win-win, but it's compensation if anything else.
Well, maybe not you, but the
No, I
others,
mean,
yes.
well, yeah.
I was about to say, do you really want your body turned over to the authorities for 100 coins?
I'm largely assuming they won't be able to find all of my body when, by the end of it
Just-
anyway. But it's fine.
Just so you know, like even your heart alone is worth at least 2,500. Your liver another 1,300.
How do
if
you know
like,
this?
skin, I know things.
Well, I can tell you one thing: your tusks would be quite useful.
I think
in
I
some
will.
respects.
Okay, I will show you the sewers, and you can continue this somewhere with the other weirdos in Adventure Town. I do not.
Yes,
A
Adventure Time.
human body is surprisingly valuable. I had some who sold them part of the liver.
Fast, you're creeping everyone out.
Again.
Leon, but Leon, go ahead. Go ahead. If you have inspiration, go ahead and give it away. If you don't have it, you can take it.
You're fucking terrifying, bro.
This is just
This giant elephant in robes just being like, I know how to sell body parts in the black market.
Yeah. Do you want to sell your kidney? I have a dealer for that.
I have the regenerate spell, man. Let's fucking sell organs. Let's do it.
So even by my standards, this is starting to get a little bit too dark. Maybe we should get out of the
Who
sewers.
doesn't have inspiration? I have.
We know what these guys are doing on the next down.
John, right? Do you have inspiration, John? Who hasn't?
I
I
don't
don't think
have it.
Noggle has.
Noggle, then Noggle, you take that one.
Because you're so boring, Tanner. Oh, because you usually.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, let's see what I can do with Aurora in this stream here.
Tenna, you can take mine.
Screen.
But yeah, Tenna, you can take mine.
Thank you, buddy.
Tanner is actually the one that uses his resources the most often, actually.
Yes, I am.
You always use your inspiration.
I am what some people call the 30-second wizard. I am very happy to get rid of resources. Trust me, at the end of the campaign, I won't have a potion left. Like I won't have anything left.
I mean, they're meant to be used.
I just want to know what happened to the other 31 wizards.
Huh?
You said you're the 32nd wizard. Don't worry. Go on. Lead the way to the tavern.
Wow.
You go
thanks,
through
Alex.
fuck me.
That's what she said, Alex.
You go through the sewers and you kind of get up in some kind of remote that kind of remote alley. You see the ships like on the western side. You see the Arkin Rock and the Hawken Crown kind of towering over the rest of the city. Completely just blotting out the sky behind it is so massive. On the streets as you come out, you just see a bunch of people rushing by. It's busy here. You have appeared. I should get the party token. As you appear on the street, you have a massive, it's a massive street. It's called Sellsword Lane. The street that you have here. And you just see a bunch of adventure-looking people just walking around everywhere. You see there's kind of quest boards. There's people selling potions, a magic item shop everywhere. You see kind of fighters guild. You see battle mages society. You see some a bunch of what looks like shrines or kind of small chapter houses for different departments of kind of Eldritch Knights or other kinds of maybe even more of all kind of fucking adventure types. Just walking around everywhere. It's organized. You see a bunch of people kind of a bunch of shops are like administering this, sending people out on quests and expeditions everywhere. This is Shangri-La if you want to. Let's go out. Everywhere there's taverns. In all of these taverns, someone is fighting. Everything is going nuts in here. At the end of the road, as you look down here, you see the first thing you see is just a bridge the size of a mountain. It is in itself, the bridge is 400 feet in width, and it just towers over two cliff faces as it bridges two continents. In the middle, you see there is a big hole as it has been destroyed, and on that there is like the legs of a Titanic statue that had been built before that has been knocked over. This Colossus Bridge was built by the Chthonian Imperium as a monument to the Imperium kind of forcing one continent together with the other continent.
Very good.
On the harbor frontier, sticking out, like towering over the next buildings around it, you see the head of this statue just sitting in the fucking ground. You see a bunch of windows and balconies strapped on top of it, as it has been just populated. And on top of it, you see a big arcane magical sign that just says, like in big pink neon letters, just says the big head in. And it has a bunch of tavern noise and music from there.
And that's where the Amber Lord is.
Right. I guess you have a rendezvous then, don't you, Bill?
I think we all do.
Yes. We should meet up.
Oh yeah, I thought we were gonna have trouble navigating, but this seems pretty straightforward. Probably don't get into any of these bar fights everywhere. Eyes on the prize and all that, right?
The guy comes up to you, Faust. He has like a big trench coat on that he then opens. Do you want to buy a solar watch, my friend?
No, but maybe you want to buy an eye, an ear, or a limb.
One of these kind of people. Yeah, let's see. Well, if I was interested, then here's my card. He gives you a card. It just says Shady Jack, and he disappears.
Shady Jack.
I already made one new follower. It will be a very fruitful endeavor here.
It's honestly really intimidating just to watch you work. I don't know what to make of it.
And just everywhere you look as you're walking down the street, it just says, "Potions, get your healing potions here. Potions of speed, brand new. No mishaps this time, guaranteed." You see people shouting, "Sausage on a stick, get your sausage on a stick." Other people, "Armor, the best of armor. Right from the forges of New Lathabad, Mithril, Adamantine, even hardcover armor for those of you with the coins to spend. The Sword of Kings now on sale for everybody." Like, people are just, this is the diagonally for adventurers.
I'm guessing going down here, none of this stuff is legit. I'm guessing either.
Oh, well, some of it probably is.
Seems like a good place to spend some coin, don't you think? I mean, at least here we're not going to get asked any questions, maybe.
Well, I'm sure I could discern something that's false, but this would take time.
And do we have time?
And maybe
Let's go and speak to the Amber Lord
Synergetic
first.
smoke powder here, get it. Only use it for traps. It can only be used for traps, not for personal intake. Hallucinogenic powder. People are just shouting.
You know, I think this is actually a great place to sell some of this clam dog. I think this is the kind of crowd that is interested in this kind of stuff, you know?
Well, perhaps we
Sorry,
before we go and see the Amber Lord, we should do some shopping. We're not sure if maybe we see him and all of a sudden it's like, okay, well, here, you need to do something right away afterwards. We're not really here on shopping.
Tell you what, let's give ourselves an hour, and then we'll go meet the Amber Lord. Everybody meets back on just outside the big head.
Well, how about an hour and 10 minutes?
Sure.
I'll ritually cast Detect Magic.
Again, I will just point out we have a variable bounty on the people around here. Might be a dangerous place to split up, but again, I'm sure it's fine.
It's fine. What could possibly go
What's
wrong?
it called? Furo says, "We can always split up 2 and 2. I can go with Moshinogu and... Yes, of course. I'm just very quiet.
Ah, it's very sneaky, I must say.
How on earth did you get into the city? Through the sewers?
I swam with you. I'm a ferret. I can hold my breath very long.
Oh, I see. Right. Good.
Did you pay for Did you pay for that yourself, or I didn't realize you had a coin.
I can hold my breath for a long time. It is a feat I have.
Strange, very strange.
That's lucky.
I think we should go with the buddy system 2 by 2, just for safety's measures.
Okay, I will go
So
with
the elephant's
Moshinogu.
saying to go in 2 by 2.
Yes, I'll travel
Hurrah.
with. Does anyone else have can detect it to see if these magics are false or not? Anyone else able to detect magic?
Like when you're looking in at the magic store after you originally cast it, it is like these are the genuine article.
Oh.
Like there are definitely like if it says magic, it is magic. If it says fantastical, legendary, something like that, then it's not.
Okay.
Well,
Having been here before, you know that this is pretty tightly controlled by the arcane items department and the magical merchant guild. So you can't use the word magical unless it is, but you can use any other kind of magic to describe. So if it doesn't say magic item, it's not from the specific magic item Valley of France, and you have to call it a bonus item instead.
This champagne. All right, yeah, I'll go off with Furrow and just see if we can find anything. What are we doing? What kind of loot do we have right now that we can split to buy potions or whatnot? Because
We have the arachnid cloak.
No, I have that attuned right now.
Oh, okay. Do you want to just take that out of the party loot then?
Yeah.
For some minute.
By the way, before we go too deep into this, when do we want to take a break?
I think we can take a break now, and if you have anything you want to sell, you can figure that out.
wait, just a general question.
Yes.
I can artifice some items, and I can sell them. They are magical, and if I,
Prick.
well, it's not a prank. It's technically I'm selling something magical. Can I tell that I can technically like, if I
You're pretty sure if you're selling them to someone who has the wherewithal to buy them, they will probably be able to identify that it's not necessarily a permanent forever kind of thing.
Yeah, but if you sell them,
Technically, I can create.
if you sell them to
I'm
someone
I'm not
selling
going to let you
false
break the
artifacts,
economy, Leon. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I could just use the bag of tricks and just
But
pull
if
out
you
animals. And kill
fabricate
them.
something out of diamonds or whatever, that will of course increase the value, right? So,
If you want to break the economy, you might need some organs first.
yeah.
That sounds good. Like I said,
Exactly.
I'm looking for desperate people with desperate needs.
That's very fun, everybody. Let's take a break. We'll be
On that note,
we'll be back half past to I guess do a shopping session.
Half past, alright.
Half past.
Carl still hasn't killed a single person. He's very upset.
I'm very interested to see where it goes. I have a bunch of interesting things planned for New Wrath, and I can't wait for you guys to find out. Thank you guys for watching, and thank you all for playing with me. We'll see everybody in half an hour, a bit more than that. Take care.